So hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. You know, we've been doing a lot of different foods. Thought that maybe we could do something that's, maybe your kids want to join in and help you with it. We're going to do a chicken pot pie, a skillet chicken pot pie. So the ingredients that I have, I've got green peas, a little butter, got some fresh thyme, milk, flour, celery, carrots, and onions. I've got some cooked chicken. I just cooked this and shredded it. You could say use a rotisserie chicken for this if you would like. Just get the rotisserie chicken and pull it apart, and that's going to go in here. As far as seasonings, I've got salt, celery seeds, garlic powder, black pepper, and then I've got a little chicken stock. So we're going to go over to the stove top, and we're going to put all these together. I'm going to saute off the onions and onions and carrots and celery first in the butter. Then I'm going to add my flour, my thyme, and my seasonings. We're going to make a roux out of that. Then we'll add in our stock and our milk. Let that thicken and finish it off. We'll add in the chicken and the green peas. And then we'll come back over here. We're going to roll out some puff pastry dough that I've got thawing out. Roll that out and cut it into squares, and that's going to go on top. So we're going to move over to the kitchen. You can see how I put everything together. And then we'll come back over here. You can see the puff pastry. We'll put it in the oven. It's dinner tonight. All right? So we're going to move this all over to the stove top. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our butter in here and get it melting. Ideally, this would be going into a 12-inch skillet. This one is a 10-inch skillet or 11-inch. So we'll see if I can fit everything into here. So we're going to do the carrots. We'll add our onions in. And we'll add our celery in. So we're really just looking to get the vegetables, just want to sweat them so they become translucent. The onions become a little translucent. Don't want to cook them to mush, but we do want to make sure that they're cooked and have a little bit of softness to them. I'm not going to use all the 2 cups of carrots. We'll snack on that later. So this is going to take probably 5 minutes or so. Now, if you wanted to, you could do, I'm actually going to do a vegetarian, not a vegan, but a vegetarian version of this. So I've got a smaller skillet going over here with some of the same ingredients. And we'll do that one with just some seitan. my smaller skillet's a little bit further ahead. That's okay. I've got the oven heated up to 425. So we're gonna do most of the cooking on the stove top, but when we put the puff pastry on top, we'll be able to finish it off in the oven. So the onions are starting to turn a little translucent. So we're going to go ahead. I've got a little fresh thyme. You don't have to have it, but I happen to have it growing in my garden. So I'm going to put a little fresh thyme in here because I love the flavor of thyme. I've got my seasoning, the celery seed, the black pepper, and sea salt and garlic powder. Got those added in. Now I'm going to add my flour. And we're going to make a roux. That flour is going to soak up most of the butter that's in there. So now, I'm going to start adding in a little bit of the stock. And we want to get this all incorporated. It's going to make a nice thick sauce in here. I've got a little extra stock, so I'm not going to use all this. Okay. And then I've got some whole milk. I'm going to add the whole milk in. And we're going to let this come up to a simmer and just let it cook for a little bit and thicken. All right, so you see this is nice and thickened here. So I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to add in, you see it's all mixed in there. Then I'm going to add my chicken in. So we got our chicken in. Mix that up a little bit. And I've got my frozen green peas. We'll put that on top. All right, so we're going to go back to the stove top, back to the table now. And we're going to roll out the puff pastry dough. And then we're going to put it on top of this, and we'll put it in the oven. So in just a second, we'll be rolling that out, and I'll show you what we're going to do there. All righty? All right, so we have our chicken pot pie here, our chicken-filled skillet. And then I've got the vegetarian one here. So I've got some puff pastry dough that we're going to put onto a floured board. You could use biscuit mix. You could use the frozen biscuit pucks and just put those on top. I happen to have some puff pastry dough, so I'm using puff pastry dough. Just thaw it out a little bit. Just going to cut this into strips. We'll take these and just shingle them around on top of our skillet. Just want to overlap them a little bit. And I've got a little egg wash here. Like I said, I've got the oven already set at 425. So just a little bit of egg wash on here, so these will get a little browning action on them. I'm going to take this now, put it in the oven, bake it for about 25 minutes. I'm going to put a pan underneath it just in case it decides it wants to bubble out of the skillet. And we'll show you what it looks like when it's ready to go. Okay, put them in the oven, 425, took about 25 minutes. The tops are nice, lightly browned as far as the puff pastry. Like I said, you could use biscuits for this and put the biscuits around on top. That would work perfectly well. Like I had the puff pastry, so that's why I used it. Anyway, we're going to serve this up in a little bit, and I'll show you a picture of our finished plate, and hope you enjoy the meal. All right, well, thanks for coming in, and we'll see you on the next video.